What is going on, my family? Your boy Demetrius is back with another video here. Here we are going to talk about something really sick, something really disturbing. And basically, whenever I use the words sick and disturbing in the same sentence, y'all already know that I'm going to be talking about the Smash Brothers community. And once again, there has been more sick shit that has gone down in the Smash Brothers community. And, you know, this time I just got to come on and say something and just get this shit off of my chest, because I think it was like sometime last year I had did a video on a situation that happened in the Smash community that I thought was very disturbing, where you had a Smash player acting a goddamn fool all over the place, and then you had a Smash player getting on Twitter showing his gun off and shit like that. You know, just absolutely sick shit that's going on in the Smash community. And we all know what happened in the situation with Hacks. I chose not to report on that, you know what I'm saying, because I'm just one of those people. I just don't believe in generating views or making revenue off of someone's death, especially if it isn't natural causes. Y'all feel what I'm saying? So out of respect to Hacks, I did not do a video on it. I did not report it on it, because that is just not how I roll. I just don't like, you know, generating views and making revenue off of someone's death, especially if it wasn't natural causes. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Because a lot of people were coming at me and wanted to know if I was going to do any type of report on the Hack situation, and I told them no, because out of respect for him and his family, I'm just not going to do that. That is just not how I roll. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, when it comes to stuff like that, if the death was not caused by natural causes, I'm not going to do a video on it. That is just not how I roll. That's just not my style. I'm not desperate like that. For the people that did report on it, I'm not calling them desperate, but I just kind of feel like, to me, if I would have did something like that, it would have just made me feel desperate. That's just me. You feel what I'm saying? So out of respect for Hacks, I did not do a report on it, because, you know, out of respect for him and his family. Y'all feel what I'm saying? But now when it comes to the Smash community, it is just more and more sick shit on top of sick shit that is happening right now. And when it comes to the Smash community, there's just a lot of things that I just really need to say and get off of my chest, because, you know, when it comes to the Smash community, a lot of people kind of feel like the Smash Brothers community is part of the FGC. You know what? At first, I was a believer of that, but now I'm not. It is too much sick, perverted, and pathetic shit going on in that community to be considered in any type of fucking genre of community. Y'all feel what I'm saying? As far as the Smash scene being part of the FGC, I don't consider it a part of the FGC anymore. The FGC is fucked up. We got a lot of fucked up shit going on in the FGC. But the Smash community is on a whole different fucking level. It's on a cult level. It's damn near on a fucking terrorist level right now when it comes to the Smash community and all the crazy stuff that's going on. Y'all feel what I'm saying? And it's just absolutely ridiculous. It's been going on for almost a decade and some change, and it does not look like it's gonna stop. It does not look like it's slowing down, and it does not look like really no one is really trying to get to the bottom of why all of this sick and crazy shit is happening in the Smash community. It really seems like no one fucking cares. But right now, it's just a lot of crazy things happening. Lives are getting put in danger. People doing crazy shit you can get locked up for years for. Something's got to go down when it comes to the Smash community, but I'm going to get into that in a minute. But the latest situation that has come up when it comes to the Smash community. So we got a tournament organizer, a part of the Smash community, that was actually arrested in Florida for installing recorded cameras in family bathrooms, which I think is pretty sick. Now, I don't know, were they doing this at tournaments or at local tournaments? They didn't really go through the whole detail, but I'm assuming that this was at local tournaments that this person was doing that. And like I said before, man, like, look, this is just absolutely insane. This is just insane activity. Someone, a tournament organizer from the Smash community, getting arrested for installing cameras in family bathrooms. Let that shit sink in. How many people were violated, you know, when it came to that type of shit, doing whatever in a family bathroom? Y'all feel what I'm saying? It's just absolutely amazing how these people are even getting away with this stuff, for one. And what is driving these people to do things like this in the Smash community? Like, look, this is a fucking Nintendo game. It is a family style Nintendo game. It's not a violent game. You feel what I'm saying? What is it about the Smash games that are making people do shit like this? I really don't understand it. The only conclusion that I can come to is that, you know, when it comes to the tournament organizers or whatever is going on in the Smash scene, it's got to be some type of drugs involved. It's got to be some type of drugs involved. Somebody is issuing out drugs to make these people act like this. You know, it's getting to the point where I know in a previous video that I did about the Smash community, yeah, it all starts at home with the parents or whatever. But now we talking about grown ass fucking people. This person that got arrested looked like a grown, weird ass person. The person looked weird, but the person was grown, okay? So yeah, for the most part, it does start at home, but when you talking about grown ass people, you gotta start to fucking think. You know, it might be some type of drugs or some shit going on when it comes to the Smash community. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Because it is going on still, it's going on consistently, and it's not slowing down. It's not slowing down. You feel what I'm saying? And another thing that I gotta say about this, like I said, you know, I don't know how many people were violated. And when it comes to this person being arrested, I hope the authorities have went to this person's house, conversated, you know, whatever sick tapes that this person has. Like, this is like damn near some Diddy shit. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers having tapes of people having sex. I mean, who knows? You know, sometimes some people do kind of get a little bit touchy-feely in those family bathrooms. You feel what I'm saying? Like I said, I've seen this shit happen. You know, you go on those fucking Twitter pages, they show that shit happening. So he probably got some tapes of that fucking shit. Y'all feel what I'm saying? But like I said, this is some type of shit that this person can go away for a long time. And like I said, the authorities probably went to his house. They probably compensated a lot of shit from his house, some sick tapes or whatever, and rightfully so. This is some sick shit that's going down when it comes to the Smash community. Like I said, it's just so much dumb shit going on. You know, we just had a situation where, you know, Japan has had enough with a lot of these Smash players. They have abandoned a lot of Smash players for taking a shit on urinals. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Like, what kind of crazy shit is that? If it ain't no drugs involved with shit like that, what is this? What is this when it's going on with the Smash community? It's absolutely disgusting. It's disgraceful. And to be quite honest with you, I don't understand why any of this is happening. I really don't. I really don't. The only thing that I can think of is drugs. Like these tournament organizers or whoever is in charge of these, you know, these get-togethers when it comes to these Smash tournaments, maybe they issuing out some type of drugs or some shit like that, because this is cult activity that's going on with the Smash community right now. And I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this person getting arrested for putting cameras in family bathrooms, this ain't gonna be the last time we gonna see some sick shit happen with the Smash community. It's not gonna be the last time. And that is why I say, when it comes to the Smash community, look, for those of y'all that think the Smash community is part of the FGC, I'm not gonna come on here and change y'all minds about that. But I'm going to just be real with y'all. The Smash community should not be a part of the FGC. The Smash community should not be a part of no fucking genre right now, because this is an embarrassment right now. You feel what I'm saying? This is an embarrassment, and I am glad that these Smash games are not at EVO anymore. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Because that's just an embarrassment. Who the fuck wants these Smash games at big events like an EVO with all the sick shit going on? I'm just being all the way fucking real. And for people that are going to get upset about that, y'all motherfuckers need to really take a fucking red pill, because this shit ain't cool. What's going on with the Smash community? It's not cool at all. And that comes to another thought of mine. What really should happen when it comes to the Smash community? Look, the past 3 years or so, we have seen so much crazy shit going on in the Smash community. I'm going to come out here and say it. When it comes to the Smash community, I think the FBI needs to get involved. I think it's time for the FBI to get involved and do some thorough investigations on why this shit is constantly happening when it comes to the Smash community. It's absolutely crazy what's going on with the Smash community right now. And like I said, it is not slowing down. It is getting absolutely worse. It's time for the FBI to get involved. People need to figure out what's going on. Like I said, lives are getting put in danger. Businesses are getting fucked up. Motherfuckers taking shit on urinals. You know, that's bad business. You feel what I'm saying? Customers are not going to want to come back to a place when they see shit like that go down. Wherever this motherfucker put the fucking cameras at in the family bathroom, whatever building that they were using or whatever, do y'all think customers are going to want to come back knowing some shit like that, knowing that they use a bathroom, they're going to get violated. Yeah, it's time for the FBI or somebody to get involved, because right now, the Smash community, they are just ruining it right now when it comes to gaming. You know, this is it's just a super toxic part of gaming. Toxic ain't even a word when it comes to the Smash community. The word is just sick. It's just sick, disgusting, trifling. You know, right now, the shit that's going on in the Smash community, it's just trifling right now. And like I said, they need to get the FBI involved. They need to get the FBI involved and clean this fucking community up. Figure out why this sick shit is happening. Get to the bottom of it. You know, we have seen deaths. We have seen lives get altered. We have seen tournaments get fucked up. We've seen all kind of shit. Businesses get fucked up when it comes to Smash community. It's time for the FBI or somebody to get involved to figure out what the problem is so this shit can stop. Because when it comes to the Smash community, it is not stopping right now. And like I said, it's a fucking family style game. I don't understand what is it about this damn Nintendo game that's making these people do this. I don't think it's the game. I think it's the scene. And the people that are running the scene, the people that are organizing these tournaments or whatever, I think it's them. I think it's them. They doing something. You know what I'm saying? They doing something. Maybe it's some type of cult. Maybe it's some type of drug, something. Something is going down. Something is going down with the Smash community that's making these people act that way. And it needs to get investigated. It needs to get investigated because this is absolutely crazy. This is absolutely crazy. We in 2025 and the Smash community is still acting as sick as ever. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. And I wanted to come on here and talk about this because this is not really a lot of people talking about it. Maybe people are tired of talking about the sick shit going on in the Smash community. But I just had to come on here and say the Smash community needs to get investigated. They need to get investigated, man. The authorities really need to get involved deeply. Don't just arrest a person for doing what they did with these fucking cameras. Get into the fucking community, into the scene. Find out why this shit is going on. They need to do thorough investigations on why this shit is going on with the Smash community. Y'all feel what I'm saying? Like when I did the last video, when the motherfucker just decided to pull out his gun on Twitter. I don't know what was going on with that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? People, they need to start investigating. They need to start investigating what the fuck is going on in the Smash community. Now, in some cases, they may not be able to find anything, but at least investigate and see what you can come up with so we can help a lot of these people that are in the Smash community. Because a lot of these people are mentally fucked in the Smash community right now. That person that got arrested for putting cameras in family bathrooms, that's some sick mental shit right there. That is disgusting, man. That type of shit would make you not even want to eat for a whole fucking day. Y'all feel what I'm saying? That is a disgusting mentality right there. They need to find out where that is coming from when it comes to the Smash community. Like I said, my theory is these tournament organizers or whoever is in charge of these Smash tournaments in the scene, it's got to be something going on there, drug distribution or whatever. Something is going on there. Something has to be done when it comes to the Smash community because I'm tired of seeing it. Because like I said, we have lost lives. People's lives have been put in danger. Businesses have been put in danger. You feel what I'm saying? Smash is being banned from a lot of tournaments around the country, around the world. You feel what I'm saying? You know, Smash players are being banned. The Smash games are being banned. So right now, I really feel like when it comes to the Smash community, it just needs to be investigated. The FBI or somebody needs to get involved and figure out where the trouble is coming from. Because it's getting to the point, like I said, it's some sick shit, but it's getting to the point, it's really sad. It's really sad, and we've already seen what has gone down in the Smash community. It's sad. It really is. And I want it to stop. I want it to get better. You know what I'm saying? These people in the Smash community, they need help. They need help. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I wanted to come on here and say. The Smash community, it's time for the FBI to get involved. I'm just being all the way real. I'm not trying to be on no funny shit. I really do think the FBI needs to get involved with the Smash community. I really do. I really do. The shit that's been going on, it's really out of a fucking... It's really out of a FBI Files fucking episode. It really is, man. It really is. I'm just being all the way real with y'all. But let me know what y'all think about this current situation in the Smash community where this person gets arrested for putting cameras in a family bathroom. Like I said, I'm assuming it was at a Smash event. You feel what I'm saying? It wasn't a lot of detail involving that, but man, I gotta tell you, man, the Smash community, man, this is crazy. It's just crazy. Like I said, hopefully when they caught that person, hopefully they found tapes. You know what I'm saying? Because it could have been a lot of people that could have got violated. You know, privacy really got violated because of that shit. And it's just absolutely disgusting, man. But let me know what y'all think in the comment section below about this whole shit with the Smash community in general. Where is this shit coming from? Do y'all have theories why this shit is happening? Where is it coming from? Put y'all thoughts and y'all feelings in the comment section below. We could definitely get a conversation started on this. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for more of this real talk shit. My name is Demetrius. I will get back at you in the next video. God bless. Stay safe. I am out. Peace.